Well, we're going to start math class, but first thing I need you to do is take your speed drill, lesson 146. So take your speed drill 146 for 2 minutes and then come back here. And we're going to be working on our page. Alright, so it's our favorite thing that we have going on. Our new thing is our equation. So let's do what we know how to do. By now, you guys probably don't even need to watch me, but let's try to solve. First thing we do is remember we solve for the side we know. These are the exact same problems on your page, so be working them with me. Ready? Solve what you do know. N plus 3 equals, and 172 divided by 12, it is 6. Next thing, remember, we're setting a trap for n because we need to get n alone to solve. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of this 3. To get rid of the 3, we do the opposite. So we subtract 3, but whatever we do to one side, we do the other side to keep it fair. So let's do it. N plus 3 minus 3 equals 6 minus 3. And what is 6 minus 3? 3. N equals 3. Circle that. Now to check it, we plug this back in. So instead of saying n plus 3, we do 3 plus 3 equals 72 divided by 12. And then 3 plus 3 is 6 equals 6. Let's try our next one. B minus 6 equals 8 minus 3. They're keeping them easy today, huh? B minus 6 equals 5. Then we have to get rid of this 6. It's a minus 6, so we do a plus 6, right? B minus 6 plus 6, so we added 6, so we have to add 6 on this side. Now we're just left with B equals 5 plus 6, 11. Circle, and then plug it back in. 11 minus 6 equals 8 minus 3, and then 5 equals 5. Now I've done this before when I was a kid in your age, and I would sometimes make a mistake and do a minus 6 over here, but then you'll find out your answer does not work when you plug it back in. Last one over here, we have y plus 5 equals 120. We have to get rid of this 5, so we're going to subtract 5. Y plus 5 minus 5 equals 120 minus 5. Y equals 115. Okay. 115. And circle that. Plug it back in. 115 plus 5 equals 12 times 10. And then 120 equals 120. Alright, we're done with section 1 already. We are just cruising through. Now let's go to section 2. Before we do, let's do our measurement equation rules. Ready? It is larger to smaller multiply, smaller to larger divide. Okay, so our first one we have is 27 grams plus 300 decigrams. And remember, deci is 1/10 equals how many grams? Okay, so our first thing that we need to do is we need to find, what are we looking for? We are looking for grams. So we box everything that is not grams. So our decigrams are not grams. We're sorry, but you have been captured and put into jail. Now, we're going to now write everything that we know, 27 grams plus blank grams. We're going to convert this guy into a good guy. He's in jail now. Equals blank grams. Oops. Oh my goodness, I've just been messing up today. Alright, now, remember, uno, dos, tres? Uno, dos, tres? And we are going from decigrams to grams. Decigram to gram, so we are going from smaller to larger. Divide. So step 1 is divide. Special number. Now remember, deci equals 1/10, but it takes 10 decigrams to equal 1 gram. So our special number is actually going to be 10, not 1/10 or 0.1. But good thinking there. And now we're going to put our guy that's in jail 300 and follow the steps. 300 divided by 10. 300 divided by 10. Now, we know an easy way to do this, right? All you have to do is take off 1 0 and you have your answer. The answer is 30. Whenever you divide by 10, all you have to do is take off 1 0 at the end. Now, let's finish the problem. 27 grams plus 30 grams equals 57 grams for both. Okay, now let's go to our next one. Now, this is easy. 48 months plus 3 years equals blank years. Now, already, you guys could probably even do this in your head. We're looking for years. We box the one that's not alike. Blank years plus 3 years equals blank years. Okay, and then uno, dos, tres. We are going for months to years. Months to years, smaller to large divide, and our special number, how many months in a year? You're right, it is 12. Circle it, put a hug because it's just so special. Now we are going to do the steps. 48 divided by 12. What is 48 divided by 12? It is 4. I told you, some of you probably did it in your head. 4 years plus 3 years equals 7 years. And we are done with section 2. We are flying. Oh my goodness, I was just thinking of We Are Farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Now, you are on section 3, divide and check. Your favorite, I know. I can just hear Reese and Riley and Olivia groaning and saying, this is not my favorite. But you guys have been doing a great job, so kudos to you. Now we have 7,621 divided by 24. Right away, I am excited because I know how to count by quarters. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let's see if I can even move it up a little bit, but then it makes me bigger, my face bigger. And that's kind of weird. Okay, so we have 7,621 divided by 24. I got excited because we know how to count by 25s and 25s because it's quarters is really close to 24. But let's do our circles. Okay, and then how many quarters are in 76? 25, 50, 75, 3. 4 times 3 is 12, carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Subtract, 6 minus 2 is 4. Compare. Yes, 4 is less than 24. Bring down the 2. Okay, now count by quarters. 25 into 42. 25, and then 50 is too big, so just 1. 24 times 1 is 24. Subtract, 12 minus 4 equals 8, and 3 minus 2 is 1. Now remember, a lot of you are like, I can't get division, but remember, it's not your division. Sometimes it's your subtracting. Be careful. 18 is less than 24, so we bring down the 1. Now let's count by 25s to get to 181. Ready? 25, 50, 75, 100 or $1, 125, 150, 175. 7 times. 4 times 7 is 28, carry the 2, and 2 times 7 is 14 plus 2 is 16. Subtract, 11 minus 8 is 3, 7 minus 6 is 1, and it is less than 24, so remainder 13. Now, you know how to check, and you can do it super fast, okay, so I'm going to let you check on your own because I know you know how to check. Yeah, so this one checked. Now let's go to our next one. 3,209 divided by 48. And right now, I'm excited again because 48 is close to 50. So 48, circle 4 and underline the 8, and then we underline, remember, the first number that's bigger than 48. So 3 is not bigger, 32 is not bigger, but 320 is bigger, and then we put our line right over, right before the last number we underline. And now we know that we write right over this 0. 48 is between, two tens? 40 and 50, but it's close to 50, so we're going to estimate with a 5 instead of a 4. So 5, we'll put it down here. 5 goes into 32 how many times? Yes, 6. 5 times 6 is 30. Now we multiply. 8 times 6 is 48, then carry the 4. 4 times 6 is 24 plus 4. Are you getting rusty on your facts, or do you know them? Hopefully you know them. 0 minus 8 can't do it, so it's, 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. And then now we have 1 minus 8, can't do it, so we're going to borrow. 11 minus 8 is 3. Now let's compare. Is 32 less than 48? Yes. So we bring down our 9. Now here's the thing. We just had 5 goes into 32, and we're doing it one more time, so you already know the answer. It's going to be 6, and we already know what 48 times 6 is. We just did it. It's 288. I love those because then it saves you so much time. All you have to do is just recopy it right down. So let's do 9 minus 8 is 1, and then 12 minus 8 is 4. Is 41 less than 48? Barely, but it is less. 66, remainder 41. Now to check this, of course for me, I'm going to do 48 times 66. That way I can multiply both numbers by 6 because it's less work. If you do it the opposite, you're still going to have to do just as much work. So 48 and then 288, put the 0, and then do 288 again. See these tricks I do? All right, now you should have 3,168 and add the 41, and then you should have 3,209. Last problem, C, 16,205 divided by 81. And 81 is a great number because 81 is very close to 80, which means it's going to be easy to estimate, and we do our line like we're supposed to do. Now we know to write our number over this last number, and is the first number bigger than 81? 8 goes into 16, deuce, twice. 1 times 2 is 2, and 8 times 2 is 16, and you subtract and you get 0, and 0 is less than 81, obviously. Then you bring down another 0, 8 goes into 0, 0 times, and you subtract, and then you get 0, and then bring down the 5. Now, some of you will go, 8 goes into 5, and it goes into it 0 times, and wow, that was very anticlimactic because it was very simple. Okay, so now to check, you can just do it like this, 81 times 200 like this. Do you remember when we have numbers ending in 0? So all we have to do is add our 2 zeros that we have here, and then multiply. 1 times 2 and 8 times 2 is 16. So 16,200 plus, I keep making writing errors, not math errors. And then add that together and you have 16,205. I cannot believe how fast we are working through these today. Now, the next is the story problems. Our story problems mentions, let's see, ready? Steve's, hey Steven, hi Steven, how are you doing? Steven's test grades, we're going to call him Steven, not just Steve. Steven's test grades in spelling are 89, 92, 88, 100, 97, 89, 92, 91, and 99. He's a smarty. What is his average test grade? Right away, you should see what's our keyword. Average, average. So what do we do for average? We add and divide by the number of addends. Let's see. So we have 89. Make sure you line it up nice and carefully. This will be very key. When I was a kid, sometimes I would not line things up. And when you don't line things up, that's when errors happen. And it's important because if you ever want to be like an accountant or you want to do something with numbers or money maybe, you're going to get a job, you don't want to make errors. Now let's just check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Phew, we got all of them. Now it's the fun part of adding. 9 plus 2, 11 plus 8, 19, 19, 26, 35, 37, 38, 47. Anytime you have anything by, sorry, you guys can do it at your own speed, but anytime you add something by 9, remember like even on the number chart, 2 plus 9 is 11, 22 is 31, 24 would be 33. All you have to do is go up 10 and then go back 1. So 24, 10 more would be 34, and then 1 less is 33. Anyways, that's how I do it. So hopefully you did that. And now we're going to keep adding. Hopefully you're caught up now. 4, 12, 21, 29, 29, 38, 46, 30, 55, 64, 73, carry the 7, and 7 plus 1 is 8. Now our next step is we are going to divide by 9. And you can do it this way, or you can even do it this way. 837 divided by 9. 9 goes into 83, 9 times. Remainder. And for a second, you know, it's funny, I didn't know if I added this correctly, so I just checked to see if it was divisible by 9, which you know how to do. You just add and see if it's divisible, and it is. So then you bring down the 7. 9 goes into 27 3 times. And his average. Now to check this is his average. Good job, Stephen. This is his average. Now to check this average, we say 93. What's our lowest number? Our lowest number is 88. And our highest number is 100. So is it lower than 88? Higher than 88 and lower than 100? 93 is, yeah, it passes both those checks, so that's correct. What else was I going to say about this? Oh, yes. Later on, when you get into upper grades, you're going to hear people refer to things as the mean, M-E-A-N, like someone's giving you a mean face. A mean is the same as average, okay? And then you'll also learn about median and mode. Median would be the middle of the numbers if we were to put them all in order. Okay, now our next thing we're going to do is the next story problem. Julie made 10 quarts of punch and 3 gallons of lemonade. That's making me thirsty. For the Sunday school party. How many quarts did she make in all? Yes, yes, yes. You're going to do it as a measurement problem. 10 quarts plus 3 gallons equals how many quarts, right? Are they asking for quarts? Yeah, they're asking for quarts. Then you say what's different, put it in jail. Okay, so now you have 10 quarts plus 3 gallons or blank quarts equals blank quarts. Then we should know right away, we're going from gallon, big to small. Larger to smaller, multiply. Our special number, there are 4 quarts in a gallon. And then 4 times 3 is, right, 12. But it didn't ask us for how many quarts. It said, it asked us for how many quarts in all. So 10 plus 12 is 22. Your answer for both is 22 quarts in all. Okay, so label that. Now let's look at the temperatures. Temperatures. Now look at the first one. We're doing Celsius. Let's count that. You ready? 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29. So it is 29 degrees Celsius for the first one. Did you get that? B. Oh, you don't even have to do that one. It already tells you. It's 20 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 70, 72, 73 degrees Celsius. And then the last one, 50, 52, 54, 50, 55. Now, if you ever see this in a different way, they don't necessarily all have to go by twos. You can just see the range. If we had a thermometer, and it had 20 here, and it had 25 up here, it would be going by what, do you know? It would be going by ones, yeah, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Now, we could have something that goes like this. We could have something that says, let's see, 30 degrees, and then this could be 80 degrees, and at this point we are going by tens. A scale can go by any number. Just be very careful and read those carefully. But I'm sure you did a great job. Work on section 6. Pause this video, and then when you finish, we're going to check section 6. Okay. A was crazy, right, with all those zeros? The answer, the difference for A is 658,038. 658,038. B's sum is 150.4 or 150 and 4/10. C's product is 142,128. If you got that wrong, just do it again. 142,128. D is 190 and 11/12. And E is 33 and 1/4. All right, ready for section 7? All right, I'm going to erase this board. When I finish, I want you to be done with section 7. Ready? Go. Are you already done? It is 0.1 deci, 0.01 centi, 0.001 milli, 10 deca, like a decade, 100 hecto, and 1,000 is kilo. All right, good job. Section 8, Roman numerals. Remember, you work on those and I'm just going to talk. While you're doing your Roman numerals, remember that you can only have 3 strikes and you're out. If you put a smaller one in front of a larger one, it subtracts it from the earth. And I is 1, V is 5, X is 10, L is 50, C is 100, D is 500, and M is 1,000. And then after 1,000, when you start underlining it, that's when you can get bigger than 1,000. For example, 5 becomes 5,000 when you put the underline above. Okay, then let's check. The A is 29, B is 40, not 60. C is 1,042. D is 1,610. E is 590. And F is 17. Let's go to the homework section. Circle if reduced to lowest terms. That means it can't be reduced anymore. You should have circled 3/4, 3/11, and 4/9. Work on section 10. All right, pause it, and then when you finish, come back. 10A, 2/5. B, 105. C, 678. Now, you're going to measure the last ones with your ruler. If you don't have a ruler, just listen. W through Z, it says centimeters. So centimeters, use the other side, and you get 8 centimeters. From V to Y, this one asks for millimeters. So what you're going to do is with each centimeter, you're going to count by tens. So it's past 8, so that's 80 millimeters, and then count the 2 lines, it's 82 millimeters. From U to W, if you count, it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and then count by ones, it's 77 millimeters. And Y to Z, this one went back to centimeters, it would be 3 centimeters or 30 millimeters, but it asks you for centimeters, so it's 3. And I don't know for C if I said 77 centimeters or 77 millimeters, but it's 77 millimeters. That's it for today. We flew through our page. I hope you did well on our review, and I will see you next time.